Greetings for joining us. All right, this felt been the beginning of this energy upgrade. What that means is, seeing we are living the time of chaos. They say they're throwing everything at us but the kitchen sink at this point. And they did, we just didn't notice it. Maybe I didn't notice it. Saturn energy. So last Tuesday's channeling was a lot of Saturn energies actually from Antarctica. Sort of came out of nowhere. And also the Congo and Loch Ness monster energy. Okay, I just threw the Congo in there out of nowhere, but yeah, the Congo. I just felt the energy of the Congo. I guess you can say there's always a war out there in Africa, but you're not going to hear that from our news or anything like that. A reptilian war, you can say. And also the Loch Ness monster. For what reason? Why not? He's there. I think it's a he. It could be a she there, but definitely there is a he there. It doesn't mean I'll bring in the actual Loch Ness monster. We'll see how that goes. Energy upgrade, basically just connects you to goes out the Arcturians for that one. But we'll see where that goes. But also the Saturn energy is a lot of different. It's Saturn. There is civilizations that are there. Not everybody's going to agree with that, but there is something there. There's something everywhere. Yeah. So there's Saturn can be very. Saturn. It's humanoid, but also it's like a school teacher walking around with a wooden stick, something like that. So they came through the webinar yesterday, so they have been around a lot recently. So they are kind of hard-headed beings for sure. But they did come through a channeling recently about how Saturn is causing difficulties here, mischief. There's also a good side of it too, but they might be a little bit direct. But again, some people might need that. An energy upgrade, we'll just see where that flows. So, yeah, the Saturn being that came through Tuesday, just wanted to come through and just, so. All right, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. And Saturn.com, my private sessions. We have the schedule. We have the shop here. I'm in somewhere in May. Yeah, same situation here. Webinar, was yesterday. Let's see if I got all this down. Yeah. Social network and behind the scenes. So check that. Okay. And then apparently Turkey is going to be, I don't even know how to pronounce that. So apparently they're changing their name. I'm not sure what that is. So the timeline just shifted. So Turkey is, I have to look, I don't know how to pronounce that. But either way, we're kind of saying we're going to a different type of era. And this is what's going on in Congo. Since it's out, not that anybody really needs to care that much, but there's always some kind of difficulties there, but reptilian war going on, basically. I would say there's deep state energies going on, of course. Yeah, but the energy I felt was Rwanda, actually. And I just felt Rwanda, and then this showed up about the uprising, but you wouldn't hear about that anywhere overall. So, while we're here, Yemen, I think they're still at war though. maybe not. Well, it's still a war. If there's no war, it's still war. Still not exactly the place to be, though. So, okay, energy upgrade, energy. Yeah. Anyway, it wants to come through. So, all right, we'll go into a connection there, and Saturn, Congo, Loch Ness monster. We'll see what Saturn has to say, but for right now, connect to the art. It feels like there are Arcturian energies for this. Might be energy from spirit also. Let's kind of just roll with it. So, okay, all right, blessings. Here we go. Greetings. Are there Arcturians? Yes, there are, of course, spirit beings assisting, of course, but the Arcturian energy, we do, of course, work with the spirit vibrations. They give us direction of how to assist with your, involvement, your transformations. There are some souls here, or many, that do not really want to grow, or they get content, and they do accept reality for what it is. And it does make growing very difficult. Many just choose not to, but they are growing very, very slowly. And those obviously that are challenges, that are financial challenges, obviously they're shifting timelines altogether. Some of you are actually shedding off, releasing a lot of connections. Old energies, you might not, of course, be aware of it on a physical level. It's like sometimes the less money, the less you have to carry around, less experiences to a certain level, but you are doing a lot of releasing and not even aware of it here in the physical. And you'd be surprised how much releasing is going on. And with this, the gas prices and things of getting more expensive, it's showing who's in charge, basically. There's a lot of details with that, but they're just those that just really want to squeeze the human. This is a form of awakening for those that wish to awaken. But the Earth is going through a type of reset. It might not be a major reset, but it is musical chairs are going on at this time. The energy upgrade or update is basically the sun's energy is shifting for more of those who wish to shift their vibrations to a higher level. Basically, there are gateways that are going within some of you that wish to change. Obviously, many are still holding on to the old mindset, but some of you do feel an upgrade current. Of course, there's always upgrades going on, but also timelines, unknown timelines are around the corner. Ones that can change your history, on a major level. Has not fully showed themselves yet, but they are right around the corner. That's all we can say on that. Life-changing timelines that are, yes, June, your summer, mostly your June at this point. June is a very important month of soul transformation. You say every month is a part of that, but some are going to upgrade and downgrade themselves. Of course, that's very general overall. But basically, humans are, those of you that wish to evolve will evolve more into your higher realms, and others that can't. Well, some aren't always meant to evolve to another level. But, once you upgrade to a higher level, not everyone understands the third dimension. So some of you incarnated here, you've been part of the higher dimensions of many incarnations. And then you incarnate here as human. And he's like, wondering why you're not upgrading, because you're not always necessarily meant to. You might be upgraded on other levels, on a spiritual level. You're here to know what it is to feel like to be human. And that's a tough one. It's like, you're capable of a great deal, and that's fine. Yes, it might feel like it's torture, but it's also a lesson of how it feels to be human. There's a lot of higher dimensional beings that have disconnected. They just don't know what this human thing is like anymore. They just have no idea. And more you recognize that within yourself, you can heal the process and move on. It's like, okay, I got it. I figured I understand how to be human. I got this. Now can I have more of my abilities, my powers, whatever it might be? But some need to hold on for a while. Well, some people that are not fully evolving that know that they can evolve, some of us been troublemakers in their past. And sometimes telling them that doesn't help. I mean, you can, but sometimes it can make it worse. It's like, great, now I feel even worse. If that message needs to be mentioned, it will be. But some are just, I mean, they're aware they have all these abilities and powers. And yes, and when you have them, most likely there's a lot of misuse of it at the same time. So some might feel like they're paying for certain, yeah, because there is some payment going, there is some karma going on. Even if some don't believe in karma, you'd be surprised how karma does operate here. So that realize that's not for everybody. There are certain individuals that are going through that. So greetings to you. We are, yes, energies from Saturn, from your Antarctica, from your North Pole, from other regions of your Earth. Uh, Most of us are observers of your planet. There are Saturn beings that have, you know, implanted themselves into your Earth to, yes, rule it. What you connected as Saturn is ruling energy here for some. It is connected to occultic energies. So, yes, your astrology does play a big role. And your elites are always working with astrology, at least some are, not all of them. But they know astrology is magic here. There's different levels of magic, but the astrology, the astrals, the sign, all of this, all of it has to do with basically how your cosmos on your planet has been developed. Saturn wants to make itself known as a ruling planet on your world. Pluto also has that to a certain level, but literally to rule your Earth's consciousness. So there's a little fragments there of knowledge. Some of you can bring back memories of, yes, being ruled over Saturn, even being ruled over Pluto. Uranus to a certain level. Uranus has the energy of healing connected to it, but there is some hard-headedness within all worlds. There are worlds like Uranus that have had higher frequencies that have abused their power, especially on your planet, and they don't even think they're doing anything wrong. Just like the Anunnaki didn't realize they're doing anything wrong. They feel like they're just doing what they do best. And, of course, there's repercussions of that. So there's a lot of beings that feel like they're not doing anything wrong, even in your human civilization. Especially a lot of that is within the police. Of course, Congress also, but much with the police, especially when they're doing illegal activities, which is many of them. Well, they get easily corrupt. Not all of them do, but quite a few of them do. So, of course, your agencies, FBI, CIAs, of course, they're doing things they should not be doing. Well, they do it in the shadows. So, and that's ruled by Saturn. Saturn has a lot of mischief energies. Well, it's very controlling. Yes, a lot of your teachers have Saturn energy. Some have Mars. Mars is more chaotic. It can be calm. Some can find a calming side, but a lot of them just like chaos. But your Earth has a lot of those elements also. Well, alien beings, I feel like they can teach your world and teach the human. They found humans fascinating here, so they ruled them. Of course, they have no, and they don't think anything of it, even if they are going about things wrong. So that's something, as you're going through your awakening, I'm going to see a great deal of that. Even the Egyptian gods cause difficulties here. Ra is one of them. Thoth also. They're not all perfect. They didn't realize like their effects here on the world. Not really. until later on. They're still healing a great deal within themselves. So, yeah, the Hathors had a healing frequency. They were better. Well, when it's humans started to lose control of themselves, the aliens did also. So they become aggressive, kind of parents of your society. The ruling elite energies, but has a lot of Egyptian energies, has a lot of Babylonian energies. It just, yeah, the ignorance is still there, or arrogance, or a little bit of both. And some of you can remember when the world lost itself. It might be buried within your consciousness, but some of you can root it out. Well, because it gives you a better perspective of this world, the current world. That's not really your world. It's, yes, it always changes rulers all the time, but Saturn, Uranus, Mercury, it all stays here. It's, well, because there are worlds that do want to watch your world succeed, and others just feel like they can cause more trouble, harm than good here. Like Saturn beings, like, oh, I'm helping humanity, and ends up, yeah, causing more depression, more, just financial worry and all of that. They're part, and a lot of these planets are involved with amnesia here too. Well, they don't want you to remember who they are. So you can say they all got together, other alien beings, but also the planets in your solar system, to help with your amnesia so you don't remember them. But now the memories are coming. Obviously, throughout history, memories came back, or, you know, as it is now, but now the memories are getting stronger and will continue to do so. It might not make a whole lot of sense, but it does show you are connected to some other realm. Blessings. Greetings to you. We are the we are the rhinoceroses from Sirius. We have a lot of dealings with Anunnaki beings and other unknown beings that are, some of them are golden beings that have put an impression on your Earth. Also, part of separating your continents, as you know, in your some of your maps, the continents was, or theories, continents evolved together, and they were at one time. And there are actually alien energies that are part of, splitting them apart. Well, they felt that is where you'd learn the best. Well, there's a lot of histories just with all your continents together, or civilizations that pretty much have been lost. Congo has some of those memories. All your continents have memories of it. The United States has memories of it. So it just tapping into those memories is not the easiest. Or awares, obviously civilization is not quite ready for, but, and of course it's not going to be proof in the physical, but on an energy level, as more of your higher frequencies come through from the astral. Well, many of you are astral beings. Because you talk about it all the time. You just feel like you're connected to it, and that's going to be more part of your society. Obviously, humans are still terrified of all of these things. Well, their clocks have been set back for countless reasons, and some of it is a psyop to a certain level. Your corporations are eventually going to have to accept all of this, though. They can't hide. They can't suppress it forever. They've been suppressing this type of information for a long time. That shows the weakness within their own selves. Yes, advertisers and all of them, even advertisers are connected to the occult. They're not that ignorant. They know. They just don't go into these things. Unrest with the Congo doesn't mean it's going to go into the mainstream. But yes, what's going on in Africa will eventually go into more of the mainstream eventually. Instead of it just saying it's creating this disease, and that millionaire is there to save everybody. but more of the truth will slowly come through. But it's still, it's that's where your aliens are. If you're looking for them, that's the place to go. Doesn't mean you'll find one hanging around, but they will find you. I don't really recommend that for everyone, though. But some of you, if you need to find the aliens, you'll find them in some form or another. As for the Loch Ness monster, seems like they would like to have a word with you. Grease you. We are just a Loch Ness monster consciousness. Yes, we are here just to play around with humans. You can say it's our form of saying hello. Some of you are connected to our energies, so you can bring us, you know, from hiding. Not that we're hiding, but come and bring us into your dimension. So yes, we are a type of disclosure. We're similar to Bigfoot. Yeah, the mysteries of your Earth doesn't mean we're going to show. Now, when these mystery energies become more known, like Bigfoot, Loch Ness monster, when it's more seen, obviously it shows humans are still holding back. And this, of course, is connected to your alien disclosure too. So when you start seeing more Loch Ness monster, at least the stories of it, the downloads of it, that shows you're getting somewhere. Yeah, when you have these Bigfoot sightings, Loch Ness monster, even UFO knowledge, when it becomes a little bit more mythical, it shows that the impression is getting. That means human consciousness is allowing more of their frequencies to be seen here. Humanity, for the most part, shuts it out. It's not just your government. Your government doesn't have that much power. Yes, they can influence, but just your collective. It's not part of the everyday conversation about the mysteries of your Earth. Some, but most, no. They're more interested in the conspiracies of fear. So instead of going to the movies for fear, they go into reality for fear, especially if they think the government's going to come get them and things like that. They brought the fear home. So your conspiracy theories still have a lot to let go of. Well, it's fun for some. They truly enjoy the anxiety. What helps them, we release a lot of negativity. Some of them have been literally part of those control grids in their past, basically elitists torturing them to these little scenarios of Hunger Games. People here have been part of those situations, and they're here. So as the zombie apocalypse worlds, those have become more prominent here. People being involved with that. Obviously, they're walking around with zombie shirts and all of that. It's like most likely they have been a zombie in their past, or they fought zombies. Usually, they fight zombies. They're not walking around with their their propaganda. But normally, people that are walking around with zombies, some people collect the stories of zombies. Doesn't mean that they're a zombie, but they, either they find it fascinating, but usually those that are wearing any zombie memorabilia, anything, most likely had a lifetime connected to that. So, and there's a lot more that goes into the zombie realities, but it's not that important at this time. But yes, the mysteries of this earth. Now you can manifest more knowledge about the mysteries here. Like a Loch Ness monster being can also appear as a human too. Now there's not necessarily a real human, but it's a projection of a human here to, get people to, hey, look out there, because some people needed somebody physically to point. But also, obviously, all this is done telepathically. Some of you had connections to Bigfoot, because some of you are remembering your Bigfoot lifetimes. Your family line there. Some of you had problems with your hair, like it was too much. So that's when you become more third dimension. When you're more fourth dimension, it helps. Your hair helps you shift realities, dimensions. It's just you're like a walking portal. That's why the Bigfoot Yeah, because they're close. The way they look is it helps them open up dimension. That's why you can't find them because they slip out of realities. And now when you're in the aliens, you keep an eye on them. So obviously there are alien beings that are humanoid that can open up dimensions, but Sasquatch is they perfected it. Loch Ness monster to a certain level, yes, but the Bigfoot's better at it. And they're not criticizing humans as some, I think some might be, but mostly they're loving creatures. They're just they're here to awaken their own collective within your society. Basically, people, some of you that are remembering your Sasquatch lifetimes. So that's just like the aliens are here just to awaken those that they're here to awaken. Well, they ring a bell. You can say a subconscious bell for those who become more aware. Because basically, they're telling you, you don't have to. Those of you that find, for example, Bigfoot knowledge, Sasquatch, you realize it's like there's mysteries here. There's much more going on here, and you don't have to play. You don't have to be human anymore. I mean, yes, for your incarnation here, but it also lets you know there's other things going on. So it is part of the awakening. It doesn't mean you have to be a Sasquatch being. For some of you, they can't wait to be a part of it because it can be a very loving family, and without all of the negativity here, it just that's their piece of paradise basically. A lot of Sasquatch beings live on islands, so this is unusual to see them in forest areas. Well, yeah, floating islands in the skies, interdimensional islands. Like look up in the skies, I just see an island, and there's a bunch of Sasquatch beings on that island. So, floating islands is usually where, of course, they connect to the trees of all realities. Well, trees, Sasquatch beings are technically, tree beings too, but they have the energy of the trees within them. So, yeah, it's like you have that DNA. So, trees open up portals, and if you're a Sasquatch, you open up portal dimensions on yourself. So, getting to know that frequency, basically why some people are connected to Sasquatch. Now, it's to help you be aware of the other realities that are out there. Some of you can shapeshift from Sasquatch to human to tall white, whatever you need to shapeshift towards. Not everyone's the same, but quite a few. The kids are fun. The child Sasquatch beings, because it can be like 5 years old, and they shift themselves to look like they're a 30-year-old or a 50-year-old or even an older man or woman, whatever. And that's humorous. So he's playing old person. My kid is acting like he's old today. So, yeah, and obviously they don't make Sasquatch TV shows. They could. Because it will help it can, not in a more respectful way. Basically, because you can feel that love coming from those groups. Well, the reason we bring that up is another part of the awakening. Yeah, there's nothing being hunted down. That's a reptilian energy. Well, it's the fear, the fear in the human race, of course. But the humans that are afraid here obviously are being controlled by the alien beings that don't want you to know about anything. And obviously, this is all making them really upset that maybe you still have mysteries you don't understand, and you like to keep it confusing, the beings that are controlling your reality. But, they also have respect for those of you that are opening up your doors of yourself. It's a slow process, obviously. It's like if you're going to awaken, take it slowly. That's what some of your elites will say. It's like, okay, we try to stop you, and they test you to see if this is what you want. Because they can put fear out there for you to just, okay, I'm just going to shut down for 30 years. And some do. Because some do get ahead of themselves. But others just take it slow and more like your downloads of Sasquatch will definitely slowly come through. Well, because why there's not always a lot of Sasquatch memories is because you become homesick. If you can handle the homesickness, more will come through. That's why we mentioned like a TV show, because that would really make a lot of people homesick. But will awaken a great deal too. It's like, why can't this world be more loving? Why can't it be more understanding? Because it becomes more loving, of course, then you see the controllers of your reality, meaning they can't hide in other dimensions anymore. So that's what the fear of the Sasquatch is everywhere. It's like they're going to disrupt our reality that we created for everyone.